So as we all know, emotions and physical health go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. So for me, it was both. I was Googling everything. I had everything Google said, and I was just depressed, and I had anxiety, and I was having panic, and I had two small children. So I had anger, and I was just a hot mess. And when you have kids, like, that's not your vision of the mother you want to be. You want to be this mother making apple pies with her apron and, whistling and singing in the kitchen. And that for sure was not me. So I went out to see my friend Michelle in Oregon. She said, I've just started this amazing product. Why don't you try it? Because I think I feel better. And her journey was about pain and inflammation. It wasn't so much like mine, but she was suffering so bad from fibromyalgia. It sent her into a deep depression. So we were there a week. I tried on the first day. And for me, now this isn't everybody, I felt better immediately. Like right away, I could feel a difference in my energy level, my emotional level, everything. So from there started with my journey with Soul Naturals. Like I said, it's been 10 years. I didn't want to be a specialist. I told her no. And she says, yeah, you're going to do it anyway. And so here I am. And I feel like I have been able to help so many people with so many things. Just to name a few, I have a son that suffered from OCD, ADD, another one that had ticking, my husband's cholesterol. I've helped people with their diabetic numbers. I've helped people with MS. I've helped people with fibro. You name it. Soul, not me really. Soul has helped those people get better because of the plants that's in them. So before we even start out, let me just tell you, I'm not telling you that anything can heal you. I'm not prescribing anything. I am telling you that the plants that Soul Naturals uses, the adaptogens that Soul Naturals uses, were created on this earth to help your body do what it's supposed to do. And that's balance itself, heal itself, make the body and mind feel better. So it's on that Soul was created. Every product, every single one, has mind and body, herbs and plants and adaptogens. Every one is designed to help you emotionally and physically. So with that in mind, we're going to turn it over to Val, our herb guru here. And Val's going to explain to us what adaptogens are and how to understand Soul easily. And then we'll circle back to her in the end and talk about one of our most favorite packages. Okay. So Val, take it away, my friend.
So thank you very much, Tammy. Yes, I absolutely love Soul, and I have been with Soul since before we could even buy the products. How exciting is that? So I've got to watch the evolution of this and see all the impact that it's had on my clients. So adaptogens, right off the bat, that's something really important you need to know about when it comes to Soul, because that's what sets Soul apart and why it has been so cutting edge and why it's been able to have the impact that it has on so many. Very comfortably used adaptogens with my daughters when they were pregnant with my grandchildren. And then I've been able to use it with the elderly as well.
Hey, Val.
Clear up to my Yep.
Val, you froze for a minute right when you started talking.
Oh my goodness. Right when I started at the very beginning. Oh my goodness. Okay. So adaptogens are a very unique class of herbs. They are what set souls apart. Adaptogens help the body to normalize or find balance. And there's a very small amount of plants that do this across the board for the entire body. And so when I say normalize, I want you to think about like a shock absorber. So when you again, right? But what it does mean in theory is that when you hit that pothole, you should slam your head in the ceiling. You should recover quickly and be able to keep on moving. Think about that when it comes to your health. We have a barrage of stress that hits us on a daily basis, and that stress throws our body out of balance. We need to be able to pivot and come back into alignment to be able to move forward. So adaptogens do that. They help normalize and bring the body into balance, regardless if it's overactive or underactive. The other thing that adaptogens have to be able to do is be completely safe and non-toxic. So they are safe enough to where I've been able to use them with any of my daughters when they were pregnant with my adaptogens with my grandmother clear up till when she was 101. In fact, one major adaptogen I used to completely turn around a terminal health illness, which was how we ended up back here when she was 89. So that tells you how safe and how comfortable I am with adaptogens. The other thing is adaptogens are scalable so that you can use a small amount for that elderly person or that younger person. We can beef it up to whatever amount we need and we're still safe. So adaptogens, again, very unique and very safe to use. Now, SOLLE has made their products very user-friendly because we've created 4 categories. And I say I do have the luxury and the benefit of being able to sit on the product formulation board. So I get to see what is all involved with this, even when we're determining what category a product is going to fall in. So these 4 categories are balance. Balance will be anything in the green category. And they're very nutrient dense products to just, and again, like I was saying, kind of really swing things in. They're more heavily loaded with adaptogens to bring that body into balance. And to me, I really look at them at feeding at those roots at a really, really deep level. The red category is the lift category. So just think about it, lifting up maybe your blood sugar to help bring it into alignment, lifting up your brain and how it's thinking, lifting up your metabolism. So again, lifting and bringing things up into the what is ideal for the body. We have the blue category, which is the calming category. And just when we think about what calm means, just think about, being relaxed, laid back. So if our system is in overwhelm, then using something to help calm you down to be able to function becomes very ideal. So when you look at the blue category, you can be thinking about that in general, those products all approach calming the system, whether it's the nerves, digestion, the brain, the mind, calming it down. And the final category is yellow, and it is the clarify category. We're going to think of it as like helping the filtering systems, helping the lymphatics, things that flow, helping that river flow in a clean and effective way throughout the body to help distribute nourishment throughout the system. So hopefully that simple explanation will help you navigate as we move through this.
Thank you so much. So I hope that helps you guys. One thing as we were getting this together tonight that kind of ran through the whole everybody's testimonial is anxiety and sleep is what our focus is, but how many different products, how much of SOLLE's product categories can help, and what works on you may be different than somebody else. So as we talk tonight, we're going to kind of talk about different aspects of anxiety and sleep, but really anything. So remember, because SOLLE is addressing both, then every single product is going to address both. So you're going to see the same theme, but different products used and in different ways. For me, I mix everything together all the time. So a lot, when she was talking about all those categories, imagine one big drink with all those categories in it. But then if I'm having a bad day, I'll take another one of the renew and the calm category, or another one of the cinnamate to help with my blood sugar. So anyway, you can do a ton of stuff, you guys. So just remember that these things they all work together. So next we're going to talk to Rosa, and Rosa is going to share a little bit with us about her anxiety experience.
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Rosa. Yes, Anxiety has been an issue for many, many people, especially during the pandemic. Right before the pandemic, in our family, we started experiencing, well, a family member, panic and anxiety on top of depression. So it was nighttime panic attacks that we just didn't know what to do. We were trying a lot of different natural things. Of course, you know, when you're at that point, you feel like nothing's working. So we did go to the doctor, and doctor prescribed medicine. So he was on medicine for a while, and then one day, watching a live, I saw Tammy Peterson talking about Soul Naturals, and when she finished her presentation at the end, she's like, if you or a family member needs help with anxiety or depression, you know, reach out. And I was like, I'm reaching out. So I did, and fast forward, it's been over close to 2 years now that we've been using the products. And my husband, he's on a protocol. So in the mornings, I give him, I mix Soul Vital and the Renew together, because in his case, he was like, his adrenals were exhausted. So he needed like slow renew to help him throughout the day. So he's been doing good with that every single day. When he doesn't work, he just tells me which colors do I need, and he mixes his own drink. So he also takes the adaptable. And like Val was saying, this one has 7 adaptogens plus St. John's wort. And a lot of people are afraid of that herb because of different things that you hear on, you know, sometimes the news. Or one time my mom told me, she goes, they said in the news that so-and-so herb is not good, you know. And I'm like, yeah, they're probably right. If you're buying it at the drugstore and you don't know who's making them and what other things they put in them, but this company is so thorough and pure that I trust them. And I have seen how it works in our family. There's several members in the family that have been using both all of these products. Excuse me. And so he takes some in the afternoon and then at nighttime also. But at the hardest part of the time that he was suffering with the anxiety, I asked him one time, how do you feel? And he's like, I don't feel too much difference. And I'm like, the good thing that we have mentors and we have people that help us in this company, and Val has been a great help for us. So she also mentioned to use Contentment Compass Blend, the essential oils. And I reminded him, have you been using the oil? And he's like, no. I go put it on. He went to the room, put some on, and like in minutes, he came back and I could see his face relaxed. And I'm like, it's working. I was like, it's working. So I have seen that. Another instance was when a niece came over, and she was in such a tense disposition that when I gave her a hug, she couldn't even hug me back. And so I fixed up a drink with the Renew, because that's all she wanted. And so like in about half an hour, she was talking. I was able to give her a hug and she hugged me back. So I've seen personally how these adaptogens work in family and friends that I have that I'm trying to also help with these products that really, really work. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That experience resonates with me because it's very similar. So, and I remember whenever I met Rosa, she felt desperate. She wanted to help. And I think to me, that's what sets Soul a little apart, is everybody with Soul really does want to help somebody else. So I love that about it. That's another reason why I landed here, And I think that's why like-minded people have all found each other. Okay, next we have Miss Terry with all the candles, the beautiful candelabras behind her, candles behind her. Terry is going to talk to us today about Maca XD. So Miss Terry, tell us about that for us, would you?
Maca XD. It's one of my favorite products. And I started taking it myself because it has 3 kinds of maca: yellow, red, and black. And a couple years ago, I was, for years, I've been diagnosed with osteopenia. I was born with a brittle bone condition, and that brings on early stuff, early osteoporosis, early hearing loss. I'm almost deaf. I've almost lost all my teeth because they're so brittle, and I break my bones. I've had a hip replacement. I need a knee replacement. So I have the body of like an 80-year-old person because of this bone condition. But a couple years ago, it went from osteopenia to osteoporosis, and because of my bone condition, and you know, I wear braces. My feet don't work very well. I can't do like jogging and stuff to build up my bones. And so I started taking the maca blend, because the red maca has the ability to strengthen bones. And so on top of that, I take the longevity, which is the plant-based vitamin D, along with other herbs and adaptogens. I also take the SOLLE megas, because the omegas also help build your bones. And I also take SOLLE Royal. But some of the side effects that I started experiencing when I started taking maca, I realized that my, even though I was past menopause, I realized that my hormones were out of balance, because I would go into our Kingdom Hall and I would sit in the coldest place in the Kingdom Hall without a sweater, without anything over my legs. I'm always hot. I'm always hot. I just run hot. Interestingly, that happens to be one of the symptoms of this bone condition, is that we run kind of warm all the time and we sweat a lot. So I noticed after taking Excel and taking Maca XD that now I get cold in the Kingdom Hall, just like all the other sisters. All the other sisters always have sweaters on. They have something across their legs because it's cold in there, right? Our brothers are in wolf suits and ties, and they get hot. So now I often wear a sweater, and I realized that was because my hormones were out of balance, and that I really credit SOLLE Maca XD as well as Excel, because they both of those products have the 3 kinds of maca. My husband also takes this because his thyroid is slow. And although I really wish that he would take the drinks, because I really feel like especially Renew and Vital would really help him, he just won't do it. And I'm not going to make him do anything he doesn't want to. But he will take any capsule, any tablet that I put on his bathroom counter. He'll just take it. He'll just say, "How many do I take?" And I said, "Look at the back of the package. That tells you how many to take." I have noticed the difference that it has helped in his hormone balance a little bit. I have him on a couple other things to help him with his thyroid and his hormone balance. But I really feel like it's really been a big help when it's come to his thyroid. I wish he would take some of the drinks, but he just doesn't want to, and I'm not going to make him. But he will take a capsule, and so that's where we are today.
Thank you, my friend. I love that, because I think that's one thing we've all figured out. We can start taking SOLLE product for one thing, but then there's all these other side benefits that we didn't even realize was going to happen. And then now all of a sudden, you know, our hormones are better, and we're taking adaptable for depression, but our hormones are getting better. So sorry, the guy next door just fired up his muscle car as I turn this on. He's got all these muscle cars. Okay, next, Michelle is going to talk to us, and she's going to give us a little experience about her husband. Go ahead, my friend.
Hi. So when I first started SOLLE, my husband had suffered with his hands. He would wake up, his hands hurting, his fingers locked up, and like swelling in his hands. He couldn't make a fist. And so when one of the first things that I put him on when I started SOLLE was the SOLLE PI for pain and inflammation. And that helped a lot. The times that it would flare up were fewer. But then when SOLLE Royal came out, I got him on that one. And the two together, he did not have it flare up not once until it was probably, I don't know, maybe at least 7 or 8 months. And things got kind of tight. And so we were like, okay, well, we're going to cut back to just the drinks. We're going to cut out the PI and cut out the Royal. And sometimes you don't know how much something is helping until you don't take it, because he had forgotten about the swelling and the locking up of his fingers and all that. And within a couple of weeks of stopping them both, he started having the same thing. He was having to sleep with splints on his hands so that his fingers wouldn't lock up during the night. So I ordered both, and within a week of getting started on both of them again, he had no more problems. So yeah, they helped him a lot.
Oh, that's awesome. And another side benefit of the Royal is help with emotions as well. I love that. Side note, this past week, similar thing happened to my husband. He's back out in the field as a plumber, and his hand would involuntarily start doing this. And so we took the AC cream, you guys, and massaged it on there, and it stopped immediately. So I'm going to up his SOLLE Royal to 2 scoops. Okay, guys, Becky Deckelbaum is here. I love Becky's teaching. She's amazing. She's going to talk to us about a bunch of things in the calm category. So Becky, take it away, my friend.
You built me up too much, Tammy. I've been taking SOLLE products for over 8 years now, I think. And I've seen a lot of things happen in people's lives that have really improved their lives. But Tammy asked me to talk specifically about the calm category, and I love this category. When I first was introduced to SOLLE, we started my daughter on a simple program, very similar to the Bella Health program. We had added in a couple of extra items, essential oils and such. But she was having such great success. I'm like, okay, I need to get some calm in my life. And that's when I turned to the calm category. I have blood pressure issues. And so I started using the Renew daily. I also have some digestion issues, which a lot of Americans seem to have. And the Vertizymes was very quickly added in, and I noticed I started sleeping better. Wow, that was pretty amazing with just those 2 products. But I was talking to Greg, and he suggested that I take some Epsom salt bath with the Calm essential oil, and that would help me too with, I have a very high stress life. So he said this would help with calming things down for me. And I found that it really did. The Calm essential oil, when I first smelled it with the patchouli, I was not accustomed to that. And I thought, okay, I don't think I really love this. But the more I exposed myself to Calm, the more I began to crave it. I noticed that I needed it in my life. I needed it at night because I was diffusing it. It helped me sleep so much better. So then sometimes later, Infatuate came on, and with those healthy fats, I think that all of those products just really to help calm you down, your gut, your mind, all of it working together is a beautiful thing. So I don't know that I would say that one particular product is the miracle product. because I think that with each product with SOLLE, each of them have adaptogens, and the way that adaptogens go into my body and each of your own bodies individually, but it turns up or turns down what my body needs. So there's some days I'm like, I cannot go without Renew. If I had only one product, it would be Renew. And then I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. I think the Vertizymes is what I really need. I love Vertizymes. But I think that if I had to go without one of them, I feel like the adaptogens would help to give me a lot of support. So of course I use other products. The Vital and Renew as a combo for me is spectacular when it comes to when I'm feeling exceptionally stressed. It helps to just, I don't know, all of that boost of the mood adapted, a mood balancing blend, and then adding in that calm and the yuzu, and just like all of the stuff is just amazing. So I have so many testimonials, Tammy, but for me, it was great for my sleep. It definitely helps me with my blood pressure issues. And I don't want to say it made me nicer to my family, but they might say that it did. So that's what I'd say about the calm category.
That's awesome. All the things, Becky, just all the things. Just listen to y'all talk. I like it always, it spurs on, like we have so many testimonials, like Becky said, that when she's talking about calm, I'm like, oh yeah, that and Renew. And so, I mean, we all love all of SOLLE, and putting this into 1 hour is just super hard because there's so many amazing things to say about it. Okay, Karen, my friend Karen is going to talk to us today about how SOLLE has helped with her sleep. So take it away, my friend.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. Hey, so I'm Karen. My beautiful friend Tammy introduced me to SOLLE Naturals about 2 years ago, somewhere around there. I started following her and listening to all the different products, and to know a little bit about me, I'm not somebody that likes to take medication at all. So, you know, I go to the doctor, he tells me to take this and this, and then I look up what can I take instead. So that's the way I've always been. And with SOLLE Naturals, and Tammy can verify, I tried one thing at a time. So I would try the Vital, I tried the Cinnamate, I tried all different things. So far, so good. I love them all. But I was asked to give you a little bit about some experiences that I've had with the Vertizymes. So I live with an Italian. Me and my husband are married for 40 years now. It'll be 41. And he is a New Yorker Italian. And I love him to death, but he has a temper, and he gets very hyper, and he gets very emotional. And so sometimes he just needs to calm down. And I got this for myself, just sort of, you know, try it out and relax. Tried it. I take maybe one, sometimes two, once in a while if he's really getting me tense, or just the world in general is getting me tense. And one day he was yelling and screaming at the animals. He's yelling and screaming at the TV. He's yelling and screaming at everything. And he was such a ball of fire. And I texted Tammy, and I'm like, Tammy, can I give him some of these? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. And then she's like, you can give him like 2. Well, I gave him 3. So I like put 3 in my hand. I says, here, take these. And so he says, what are they? And they're going to calm you down. Just take them. And he did. So that's how he is. You know, if I tell him to take something, he will take it. So this is a lifesaver for me, and it's getting low. So I've got to order some more for sure. It's the Vertizymes, and I absolutely love it. And it definitely saved the day. So the other product that I wanted to talk about is Renew. So Renew has also been a lifesaver for me. And I love, love, love all the testimonials. And definitely need to try some more of those other products. Like I said, I do a little at a time, but I do need to try them because I think some of them would definitely benefit my husband for sure. I use the Royal, the Soul Royal, but maybe I need to share it with him. So anyway, and I'm saying a lot, I'm sorry, this is my first time. So Soul Renew has been a lifesaver for me because you know, we're all stressed out during the day. We have busy lives. With me, I work all day and then home and then meetings. And, you know, I have another business on the side and it's just go, 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 go. And come the end of the night, my body is exhausted, but my brain keeps going and going and going. And I've tried different things. I've tried Benadryl, and Benadryl makes me feel loopy the whole next day. So I don't take Benadryl at all. Even if I try to take a half of one, it doesn't work. I've tried magnesium and potassium, and that does help a little bit. But when I started using the Renew, and how I take the Renew is I put it in, I use about 10 ounces of water. I heat it up just to get it warm. I put my Renew in there, stir it around, and I just sit in my big chair in my bedroom. And this is after I've showered. This is like 20 minutes before I'm ready for bed. And I just sip it and I relax. And you've just got to try it. If you want a good night's sleep, you've got to try Renew because it just helps you have that really good sleep and really relax, but you wake up and you're refreshed. It doesn't give you that drowsy feeling. And, you know, we all need our sleep because sleep is how our body mends itself. So definitely try Renew. You won't be sorry.
Nope, you will not be sorry. That's 100% what my experience was. And it was one of the last things that I used from Soul, and I cannot live without it. Okay, so I believe that's all of our prisoners tonight. We're going to go back to Val in just a minute, but I did want to tell y'all a little shift for me. Anybody that's ever heard me speak, I have always talked about how my issue was panic and anxiety, and this combination would stop my panic and anxiety in its tracks. Like it just would within minutes. It was such an amazing combo. So that's the Renew and the Vital, you guys, even if it's just half a pack of each. Now, just recently going into menopause, I've had a lot more anxiety, and this helped, but not like it had been. So everybody has always talked about adaptable and how it's helped them. I've never needed it because this works so good. So now I've added in the adaptable to this, and wow, like it is just the 3 products for me needed for my anxiety and my my panic. It just was starting all over again. So even if you've been with Soul a while, you can switch things up, try things different, because adaptable just wasn't in my toolbox, but wow, what a difference it's made now. So, okay, so let's go back to Val because we're going to talk about the Bella Health package. If you've wondered where to start and you don't really know, your foundation, start with your foundation, and let's let Val tell us about why the Bella Health package is so amazing for that.
Thank you, Tammy. I absolutely love the Bella Health program. And when we first started with the company, we literally only had 6 products. The Bella Health program is 4 of those, has those 4 of those products. And what is really neat is you heard me talk about the 4 categories. There is 1 product from each category in there. We've got the Vital from the Balance or the green category. We've got the Cinemate from the red or the Lift category. We have the ProBio from the yellow or the clarified category. And we have the Vertizymes from the calm or the blue category. So if you're wondering where to start, maybe, you know, we've heard a lot about gut health. You know, we talk about going to roots of issues. We've heard that right now we like the idea of adaptogens. We know that we need to find some balance, but maybe we're not to the point where having extreme sleep issues or something like that. When in doubt, the Bella Health program is a fantastic place to start. And then you can also always do an add-on. Maybe you heard Rosa's testimony talking about the contentment blend. So you could do Bella plus the contentment blend. But let's look at the Bella. What does it really do? So we've got the Vital in there. This is the green drink, and plants that are very high in minerals. So it really gets in and helps to soothe the system. It helps to support. It says I'm unstable again. We're waiting to see till the, there we go. Okay. It's got minerals to help fire the enzymes in there and just support at a cellular level or structural level. And then the chlorophyll helps with the kidneys, the liver, helping the alkalinity of the system, helping to detoxify. So it's very, very good basic. That product by itself, I've used, have people that have come to me with diagnosis of PTSD or depression or TBIs, traumatic brain injuries, if you're not familiar with that. And so there's the Vital. The Vital is so user-friendly. Now let's look at the Cinemate. That's in the lift category. It's great for helping support the general digestive system, lifting up heat in the breakdown of the food through submitting, helping the liver do what it does. We'll keep it very simple here, but it also helps stamina and endurance because it's helping to balance blood sugar. So you see right now, we've already got two things that work really well on the roots when it comes to the gut. Then enter the ProBioIQ. If you're like me, and I've been in the health industry for 44 years, and I haven't been exposed to very many medications, antibiotics, or anything like that at all. So I've tried lots of different probiotics, but I never could tell a difference. And I just assumed it was because I'd had such a good diet. Well, enter ProBioIQ, and all of a sudden I went, whoa, that's what a probiotic is supposed to do? Because it did. It really made a difference in how my gut performed. And because we design everything with the mind-body connection in mind, it helps elevate the brain for functioning. And then the fourth and final product that is in the Bella Health program is the Vertizymes, as you've heard talked about it from so many different people, different experiences. But if you notice, every one of them is helping to calm the system in one way or another with some as simple as digestive enzymes, but we blended them with a few plants that also help calm that nervous system. Therefore, it's helping calming an overactive digestive system, calming an overactive or inflammatory type behavior, calming the mind to be able to sleep. And when you put all those together, we help that digestive system to just work more effectively, efficiently. And again, I love that it has something from all four categories in it. Kind of like what Tammy was talking about, putting all four drinks together, which we lovingly refer to as the Soul Bomb, because, we've nailed it. We've got it all targeted. So if you're kind of wondering where to start, I would definitely consider the Bella Health program. And then you could do an add-on if one of the other products stood out to you that wasn't involved in that program.
Thank you, my friend. And I probably, if we took a poll of how many of us use Vertizymes at night to help calm our mind to sleep, I bet you it's almost every soul. Yeah. Every soul person out there. A little known secret, you guys. It says enzymes on it, but boy, does it relax your mind. Your body wants to sleep. Your mind's just going. Okay, we have a special guest, Miss Ashley, all the way from Mexico. Ashley is like our detox guru, you guys. And this month, Soul has been talking a lot about cleansing and detoxing. So I wanted her to talk to us just a little bit about that package and how easy it is and how gentle it is. So take it away, my friend.
Well, thank you, Tammy. This has been a joy to be on tonight. So the 14-day detox is what Tammy was sharing about. And what I personally love for the detox is you can pick it up or put it down at any point throughout the year. So I personally do one every quarter. So if we think about just cleaning our house, right, it's spring cleaning time. And when you clean your house, do you feel more mentally clear and just better and uplifted? Literally, that is how I feel mentally and physically after doing the 14-day cleanse. And my clients, they do awesome on it as well. I love to start with the cleanse or Bella Health and then bring the cleanse in at month 2 or 3. So it's simple. It's an herbal cleanse. It's very, very gentle. So I don't have the products in front of me, but all we do is have a drink in the morning and then take 2 different supplements. And then you do the same regimen in the evening time. It meets you where you are. And what do I mean by that? Is we're going to eat real food. There are no restrictions. You just do what fits for your life and makes you feel the best. You know, drinking water is important. We want to make sure we're staying hydrated throughout the day, cleanse or no cleanse. And so some signs, maybe if I'm thinking about, do I need a cleanse right now? I think, do I feel bloated? Is my mental place just a little unclear? And do I have discomfort? Am I craving sugars? That's a huge one. Who doesn't love sweets? If anxiety is high, right, that could be because some backup in the stomach that's just hanging around. And you just want to just out with the old, in with the new. So a few benefits that I love to highlight about the cleanse is we eat real food again, right? There's like no restrictions. Clearing toxins and possible parasites. If you've read about parasites, they are there. Improving digestion, boosting energy, possible weight release, and improving that mental clarity, and just moving forward in life with sunshine. And I always think of, when I think of yellow, I think of Val. So like just the sunshine and feeling more mentally clear. So I hope that covers what you wanted to hear about the cleanse.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think, and myself included, I have always been so scared of cleanses because,
Mhm.
you know, you feel so bad. And so knowing that this one is gentle makes me feel safe with it. And honestly, you covered why, because it's getting the gunk out, and you get that gunk out and you start clearing up. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We're going to have another one in an hour. So I want to go ahead and close this out. We will have breakout rooms open, but I wanted to tell y'all a couple of things. First of all, if you are new to SOLLE, we have 2 ways to save money. If you spend $35 or more, your mentor has a code and you get $10 off. Or if you spend $250 or more, let's say you want a package, which I recommend because I really think SOLLE works better if you're working at it from all angles, as opposed to just a one pill fixes all. It's like building a foundation, right? Once you start building it, you stick with it for a month, stick with it for 3 months, you start feeling better. So if it's a package, the direction you want to go, we have a $25 off coupon of $250 or more. And we have a reward system, you guys. The rewards, you get rewarded every time you buy. If you're not on auto ship, you're not on the subscription, it's 5% or 10%. Above and below $150. If you decide, which let me just tell you guys, I hate auto ships. Let me just put that out there. SOLLE's is amazing. Do not be scared of it, because you can change it throughout the month, the date, you can change what's in it. Let's say this month, this is how I roll. I need all the big bags, right? I need the big bags. I run out of all the big bags. I have those in my auto ship. I'm getting 25% of the CV of those. If you need explanation, we can tell you later. I get 25% in rewards. I can use that for a ton of stuff. Next month, because I bought all that, I may only need a bottle of this or a bottle of that. You can change it now back down to 1 or 2 bottles. So you have a lot of play with it, but it really helps you afford your SOLLE. So if you're looking for a way to afford healthy nutrition, SOLLE has really helped us in a lot of ways. Another way is, let's say you start taking SOLLE and you love it. You already love SOLLE. You tell your friend about it. You tell 10 friends about it. If they spend $35, you give them that code, they're going to get $10 off. You're going to get $10 more in rewards points. So it's pretty cool. SOLLE has set up all sorts of ways for us to save money. If you want to be a specialist, I can tell you about how you can even get cash in the bank from that. Also, all of us on our sites have what's called a personal assessment. I suggest taking that. I love that. It'll ask you 30 questions. It will give you 10 recommendations. So you answer these questions, Soul sees what's going on. They're like, okay, it looks like you might need this and why. It's not telling you to take 10 products, you guys. Don't be nervous. That's what our job as mentors are. We will help you figure out what you need the most, what you can afford. And we know, like the Vertizymes, if you went on there, you would know if you're having a problem with sleep, 100%, the Vertizymes has helped so many people. So we're here to help you, but that assessment is really key in seeing kind of where you are. And then of course, starting with the Bella Health package is a great way to start too. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions before we get off, before we end now? If so, just unmute yourself and ask away. We don't have that many people on here. No? Okay, well, listen, you guys, if you want to join or if you want to bring somebody back, we will be on again in 1 hour. That's 6 o'clock Pacific time. That is 7, 8, 9. Is that 10 o'clock Eastern time? Or is that 9 o'clock? That's 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'm not good with math. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Get with your mentor if you need help. Does anybody want to go into a breakout room and talk to their mentor before I end this?